Hi, this is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle. Well, we're going to do an interesting one today. We're going to call this "What Part Does This Play in Fishing Reel Repair?" I had the opportunity a few weeks ago to trade some fellas. We traded a couple of reels that I had for a whole bunch of service parts. And we'll just take a look at what's in there, talk a little bit about how they're used, why you might want to do something like that. And I think we both benefited from it. They got whole reels and they got rid of a bunch of parts that they no longer service or use. So I think it was a win-win when that's what you try to do when you trade. You don't try to take advantage of one person or the other. Hopefully both people come away with something that works for them. Before I get started though, I got an interesting reel here. I've never seen this one before. This is a Prion. Okay, well, you got all kinds of fun names. Made in Japan. What does it say on the side of it? A Penn Prion, right? A Penn reel made in Japan. Nice reel overall. Bobby sent it in from Florida. Never seen it. The Prion 2400. I'm going to have to go do some work on that one to understand a little bit more about that reel. Because again, it's the first time I will see it in my shop. I will definitely take the opportunity to make it a video so that we can all learn from that. Just like we're going to hopefully learn from what I did here, because sometimes I scratch my head and say, what did I do here? Okay, the backstory on this one. The fellow was active in service and reel repair, and well, he just stopped after a while. He was doing it for a local bait and tackle shop. The bait and tackle shop closed, and he kind of lost his referral sources, but he was getting older and his hands were hurting and other things, and he just decided it's time to move on. And he's been holding these things in his shop for some time now. I guess when the opportunity came about, he used some of the pieces and parts, and well, he knows of me and he knows my videos, and he belongs to the fishing club, one of the fishing clubs I belong to, and we just got to talking, and it made sense to do a swap here, give him some reels he could go take fishing, and well, give me some parts that, should the opportunity present itself, we can go use, and if not, well, we can always try to make sure that somebody else who may be needing these parts gets those parts. So let's take a look. There's a box and a bag, and quite a bunch of them, to say the least. So this is a Jupiter. It's part of the Daiwa series. This is a Jupiter that has a rear drag, and it's a spinning reel. It's obviously a parts reel. There's the spool from that, and a lot of times, well, the value of the reels, to me, is in the pieces and the parts, right? Again, a rear drag reel. We're missing the top adjuster knob here, but this is the Jupiter 4050. I'm not sure that matches to this. Let's see if we can find out what this one was. This is a Jupiter Z, but it doesn't say. Okay, well, a Jupiter spool there. Here's another one, and both of these are missing the top slot piece. But somebody may or may not have a need for those. Handles, they're always good to have. I'm not quite sure what this one is. This one's a bullet handle. It has a collapsible handle to it, and it has a side screw. The side screw is often indicative of Daiwa reels. They have the through shaft, and it kind of goes like this, where they hide that screw under the button. A big Quantum reel here with a broken bail. This is a Quantum Hypercast. I think I just had a question on that from somebody. I'm sure I had a question on that from somebody. This is a Zebco Quantum. This is one of these reels where you would pull back to flip your bail and cast without touching the line. It's got the long cone on that spool, and hard to find. Now I have another one. It also has that same broken feature to it. I don't know if we'll be able to take two and make one out of that, or what might be the case, but you can see what happened here. The arm for that bail snapped off, right? So that's kind of defines a parts reel. These parts are hard to get, and something like that certainly kind of ruins the reel in terms of making it a restorable. All right, here's a 3800 Garcia. So the story on the Garcias was that after the collapse of Mitchell, Garcia continued to make some reels under the Garcia name. They changed the numbering on the reels, but a lot of these were made in Japan, and a lot of these are kind of the design of the Mitchells. And I can tell just looking at this that this Trip Lover certainly has a look to that Mitchell design. This one is about the size of the Mitchell 308. And interestingly, they numbered it as the 3800. And I'll probably just hold that one in the box because at some point in time someone may come along with a reel that needs those parts. Looks like we have a handle and ball bearing assembly from something. A quick look at that would tell me that that's a Shimano. And the problem that you have when you go ahead and do this with a lot of acquiring of the parts is actually identifying what reels they go to. But this does look like a Shimano handle. You have a ball bearing and a nut cap in there. And that might actually belong to this reel. Who knows? This looks like a Shimano as well. I think this is an early Shimano Stratic. I can tell that because of the worm gear in the back and the white casing. That's usually a good indication that it is a Stratic reel. And then we have another one here. Also looks like the type of knob that a Shimano reel uses. Perhaps it even belongs to this, but there's no main gear in here to tell. Here's a Daiwa. This is well, there you go. That's probably the one that fits on the other one. We were looking for the top button. It's the 4050. That one probably belongs there. It looks like I have a new in the bag from an Abu Cardinal 3000, I'm believing. This might be the center drag one. It's hard to say. Chris, you have some of those center drags. Maybe you can let me know. Maybe that's what the CD is, the CD4 3000. I think this might belong to that Cardinal CD center drag reel, and that is a very unusual reel, very well made, and that's a curiosity as well. So we got a couple of curiosities in this box. The Hypercast, that Cardinal spool, a later edition of Garcia before they went out of business. A couple of spare spools, a spare Jupiter reel, which will probably never go to parts because you just don't see them much anymore, and a couple of handles which are always of use. All right, let's go into the bigger bag here. And this, he said he had a lot of these were things that he's just had for quite some time, and hopefully we can use them. Here's a Senator 4.0 black side plate. This is the lower gear side plate for the reel. And this one, you're not going to see a lot of need for this one because these aren't the ones that break. The ones that break are always on the non-handle side. The reason for that, well, if you look at the design on one of these reels, that's totally exposed. This isn't a Senator, but that's totally exposed. So if that whacks a piling or drops on the deck, that's pretty exposed. This side of the reel's got all the hardware on it. So if this one goes down, it's hitting the handle, not the side plate. So this might be worth something to somebody who's trying to recondition a reel and has a side plate that's badly damaged from UV rays and the like. But probably will just sit in my box with other side plate handles like that. Another box of reel parts. Here's a spool. This one belongs to a Shimano 2000 Aero. The Aero is a nice reel. So at least he saved the spools that people can use. Here's a big Abu Garcia. I don't know what this one belongs to. This is a Cardinal size 8. That almost looks new. I don't know if I've seen the Cardinal 8. I'm going to have to look at that one. I think if I'm thinking, that could be a rear drag reel. This one is a Fenwick reel, a Mach 3. Yeah, Fenwick did have reels made for them. They made them in combinations. Nice reels. Here's a Cardinal again. It's a Cardinal size 3 rear drag reel. This one I only have about 50 of these. These are the Quantum 30s. Anybody needs these, let me know. I got more than I know what to do with them. A couple of handles. That's a nice handle. That almost looks like the handle that goes onto a Penn Captiva. The Captivas had these pieces. And I've shown you in other videos how you can knock the stud out remove the handle arm and replace it. So if you have a reel that has a broken knob, for example, and it's peened on, you can always replace it by taking this piece off and replacing it like that, knocking that pin out and doing that. Well, if you like these types of videos, I want to encourage you to subscribe to my channel. If you do subscribe to my channel, please use that notification button. That'll let you know when I'm posting. And, well, just get an idea from this of what you can use them for and learn from, right? Here's a couple of springs. These are return springs for a bail. It says it's in a pen envelope. I'm not certain which pen model used these, but it would also come with a hook. There would be a little arm that comes up and over, and you would compress these to use those as bail springs. Whether you use them for pen or something else, well, that'd be, you know, a bush fix, if you will, because a lot of those compressed springs use the same. All right, I got a little feature here that I'm not quite sure what that is, a plastic part. The thing is, if it came in a pen envelope and you know that that's some time ago, you can always look up the part numbers and see exactly what they are. Okay, handles. Got lots of handles. I like to see these types of handles. These are generally from the Daiwa reels or the Shimano reels. They're a timepiece. These are the ones, this one probably is frozen. It seems like it's frozen at the moment, but those clean up pretty easily and get restored. These become collapsible and adjustable. And if you have those reels of the time, and it's generally the Silver Series reels, if you have those at the time, well, you can see a little bit of pitting starting here, but these generally lose their luster and fade in a hurry. This one looks like the pen type of a knob. Again, somebody's knocked the pin out to replace the handle. Buttons galore. You can always use buttons. Here's a Mitchell spool, probably for the 300. Well, I hope you're enjoying this. It's always fun. It's nice to see what's going on. Again, those quantum reels. Here's the dry kit. This is probably worth a whole lot more than the $8.95 that's marked on this one. This is a conversion kit. It's for the, it's either a conversion kit or the straight up replacement. It's the 6114H, which is the Penn Senator. The 114 is the 6/0 size. It's got the HT100 kit to it. Shows you in the back the sequence that you would use to install those. Always use those. A bail that's undefined. A leverage handle probably belongs to the Penn 113, 112. That's the 112. That's the 3/0 pen. Not sure where that is or what that is. A whole bunch of gear pieces and parts. And it says Penn Power Drag on it, so it's got something to do. This is from well, he's got a Cardinal. It's a Cardinal reel inside of it. And it's got a bunch of pieces and parts. When I get the chance, I always go through those, try to figure out what they are. There's some Shimano pieces. Wow. If this is it, this could be the mother lode of all mother loads. These appear to be Penn HT100 washers. And I may never have to buy another one of these. Yeah, these are the Penn HT100 washers. There's got to be, I don't know, 100 of them in here. Shows from the bag. These things are currently about $1.65 each. And I just got the mother load. I'm pretty sure that those belong with this. That they could be the one underneath it. Yeah, they're going to be for, I believe they're going to be for the 4.0 Senator or the 349 Mariner. Wow. And so I didn't even get to that far down the road. I just believed I got a fair deal to begin with. And then here's all of the metals that go along with that. So there's probably $200 just in washers here alone. And we have both the keyed washers and the eared washers for these. Yeah, it's marked as the 714, or the 114. The 114s are these. They're the 6.0 Senators. This one's marked as the 113H, so I was right with that. So those are for the 4.0. These metals, well, they don't seem like that. I'm going to guess that these go to the 113s too. Well, that's just a bonus all around. Look at this. Oh my gosh. These are the ones for the larger. Well, I can't see, but there's the same amount of them. They are the larger ones. They are comparable to that. You see that for the stack there, it's $8. There's going to be 100 of them in here. So clearly, this was a win-win. He was happy. Now, what did I trade him for that, right? So some people will be happy to know or not happy to know. I traded him a Shimano Bait Runner 4500. And those are highly sought after reels. And they are treasured out there. And, well, they certainly proved to be an equal trade, I think, for sure. Here's a rotor from a Penn 650 SS, and hopefully it has that little spring set up for the reverse down below. Yep, it does. Good. One of these days I'll put it back together again. Maybe we'll do a video on that. For now, we'll just get the piece together. Look, the gifts just keep on coming, right? These say screws for the 130H, but I'm not sure that that is. This is something. I can always use these. These are the old-time bait caster handles, like for this reel. This is a spin sport fisher. That's the Kmart or Montgomery Ward reel, if I remember. These are just miscellaneous parts. If they're stamped, it generally tells you what it is. That's a 200. The 200 stamping would be the Penn Surfmaster. Well, if you have any questions on this, if you see anything you need, let me know. I'll be happy to give you the same kind of consideration that fellow gave me. I'll do okay. Another Penn piece here. I'm not sure what that is. Anybody know this one? Let me know. Kind of a wedge shape to it. And it doesn't appear to be threaded. Don't know. I haven't seen that one before. A couple of bail springs. Those actually look like 308 springs from a Mitchell. Find out. As I mentioned, he worked on all kinds of things. Here's one that looks like it'll be a treasure. These look like new rings for a Surfmaster. Yeah, they are. It's either a Surfmaster or a Squidder. This one's got the identification of 2-200. Brand new chrome. Those things are probably $40 or $50 today. Got some bearings. I can always use bearings. Not sure what these came from. I keep a box of bearings just to as I need them. Here's a big gear sleeve. This is from a push button. This probably belongs to this. Wouldn't surprise me. It belongs right in here. Probably does. Yeah, it's going to fit in. I'm going to tighten it up here. Now I have a complete spool for that. Funny how that works, huh? A couple more spools. A Shimano 2000 Aero spool again. A Mitchell spool. A 4000 Shimano spool. All of these are reusable, and we'll give other reels a second chance. Here's a 1000 spool. Quantum spools again. I hope this isn't boring you, but I'm having fun with it. Another Shimano small spool. Another quantum spool. Here's the working piece of this Fenwick reel. I saw that spool here somewhere. Wondering if we can get a handle and make this one work again. We should give it a try. Let's see how that fast cast does. Oh, it opens it up. Does it trip? Yeah, it trips. See what we can do. Here's a Daiwa Bass Spin. I don't know if I've seen the Bass Spin. A DI300B with a broken bail. Okay. A Mitchell housing. This always of value. There's people that break these arms all the time. More bearings. That's probably the bottom end of that one that I called for Captiva. There's an Ocean City handle. A couple of broken arms. This is a Mitchell, probably for the 302. There's a broken pen handle. So I think what he probably did was what some folks do, is they just, when they replace something, they hold on to it anyway. No designation on this. It may be an Ambassador bridge, but I'm not sure. So you can see he worked on all kinds. This one's an interesting one. What is this? This is a reel seat or something. Rod hold. Shimano Triton. Nice. I see those from time to time. Here's another Cardinal one. This is a Cardinal Ultracast. Size 3. Big button. That was probably from Daiwa. Looking at that button. I'm not certain. All right. Well, so what part does this play? Well, we kind of talked a little bit about that. The whole idea of Second Chance is doing just that. It's keeping reels fishing, giving them a second chance, and well, just don't hold these pieces of parts. If there are folks that need the pieces and parts, I'm happy to just be a caretaker for these and pass them along. Before we go, there's 3 boxes here. I feel like that's kind of a shell game, right? But they're marked as miscellaneous reel parts. Let's take a quick look at what's inside. Okay, I always have a lot of needs for these. These are coming off of round bait casters. Chances are some of these are going to fit in the Ambassadors. These are the little nut covers that go over the handles. I don't know which one this is. I haven't committed this one to my brain yet, but here's a yoke with a pinion gear in it. But lots of handle covers. It looks like a few side nut caps as well. Now, those can be used on various reels. You just got to match them up. The problem with that is because they don't carry part numbers, is they kind of bring the reel into the shop and we try and match them up. All right, let's see what's in this one. I got a box like this too, right? These are just metals from various reels that probably no longer serve any function. And every now and then, you're going to find, yeah, this is a bail spring, a couple of bail springs in here. I'm burying some other things. But every now and then, I'll get a note from somebody that says, the cap popped out of my my fishing reel, no longer holds the bail on. That's probably the bail arm springs there. And again, you kind of have to match them up. Interesting. Again, this fella had a business for quite some time, and I guess this is what's left of that. And then again, another pile here of some interesting parts. This one probably came, my guess, from an International pen. Looks like it's all dinged up. That inner piece there is broken. This is definitely from a early Abu Ambassador. And whatever. So it's always fun to do that on a cold winter's night, go back and go through that stuff. Well, I hope you've enjoyed it. Again, if you see something in here that you need to make your reel work, let me know. And we'll see what we can do. And the idea here is to keep other reels fishing and give them a second chance. Hope you've enjoyed it. I want to take a moment to thank our first responders, our police, fire, safety, rescue, all the folks involved day to day in keeping us safe and out of harm's way. I also want to thank you, the viewer, for making this channel what it is. And let me know if you like this video, if you'd like to see more like this. I mean, I don't do this very frequently in terms of trading folks for bags and boxes of parts, but, well, I understood his situation. He needed something that I didn't mind giving him in that Shimano bait runner. And one of these days, if nothing else, I'll have enough drag washing to service the world in terms of the 4.0 and the 6.0 Senators. Thank you for watching. This is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle, wishing everybody a great day, fun fishing, and the enjoyment of fishing reel service and repair. Have a great day.